he kept going. And one day, as he was waiting, the child came, and when he came, he recognized that this was a child. And so something that you're not seeing, you can never receive. Something that you're not expecting, you can never also be able to behold. And so the Bible tells us that one day God told Abram that look eastwards, southwards, northwards, southwards, and every area, every land that you shall be able to see, I shall give it to you. And so it could have been very impossible for Abraham to have seen a large parcel of land with his physical eyes, because there is a horizon that the eyes can be able to reach. But the Bible says that each and every land he saw, God gave him. And so I can only say that the eyes that saw the land were the eyes of faith. And so it is by the eyes of faith as children of God that we see the things of God. Sometimes the physical may dictate otherwise, but as long as your eyes of faith are sharp and looking and seeing, you'll be able to see the blessings of God coming to your life. When you use the physical eyes, you may be tempted to give up, you may be tempted to think that God is not coming, and you may be tempted to walk away from the place of waiting. And when God comes, he'll not be able to find you there. And so your blessings will be able to bypass you. And so the Bible tells us that one day, the same Abraham, he was outside the tent. He was just perhaps meditating, just sitting at the cool of the day. The Bible says it was during the day, but he was there just seated, and he saw three men approaching towards his home, and they were passing by. And the Bible says he welcomed the men to his home, and he had a calf slaughtered for them and bread kneaded for them, and he gave them. And the Bible says they prophesied, they released a word, because it was now the season of Abraham. He'd been waiting upon the Lord for many years. He was even old. Sarah's womb, the Bible says, was as good as dead, but it did not matter, because it was God who had visited him, and it was his season. When it is your season of visitation, it does not matter how long you've been waiting. It does not matter how old you are. It does not matter what the natural circumstances may dictate, but it is God who is doing it, and we know that God is a supernatural God, and he is never defeated by anything. No situation is too big for him to handle. And so the Bible says, as they were eating, they released a word of prophecy that at a time like this, next year, you shall be able to have a son of the promise that we've been waiting for. And that is what happened. Even Sarah laughed, because she asked herself, just now as that I am old like this, and my womb is dead, is as